Alright guys, the Chapter 3 update is getting massive, with a new public test for a killer rework, a brand new Aberrant skin, and even a Die of Death Part 3 collab. Let's get into it! So Forsaken just released a huge update to the public testing server, something we haven't seen in quite a while since most tests have been done directly in the main game by releasing reworks or characters early. With this update, a brand new overhaul has happened for a specific killer, 1X. Overall, 1X just feels faster and smoother. Their base speed was slightly increased, abilities are more responsive, and they're no longer locked in place when using their kit. Mass Infection is the biggest improvement. The projectile is faster, the hitbox is bigger, and they can move immediately after firing it. It's harder to dodge and now rewards combo play, especially if survivors are already glitched. Entanglement is no longer a weird mini-game. It's now a clean stun that sets up damage instead of giving survivors free escapes. And Unstable I also feels way more aggressive with better movement and longer effects. Minions were reworked too. They're tankier, apply debuffs, and are meant to pressure survivors rather than cheese kills. Definitely, try out the new 1X rework for yourself in the public testing server. But do you think this overhaul was worth doing? So Alexis Funny has been talking about a new Die of Death collab skin, which was going to be for Sixer. This skin was going to be based on Harken. As of recently, Alex was on Discord talking on stage and answering questions from fans, where we found out that the Harken Sixer skin could possibly be coming. Alex spoke about there being a public concept he will make for this skin, adding a meter similar to Harken's from Die of Death for when Blood Hunt is activated, as well as using her broken form during Blood Hunt with a whole new animation set. However, we also got more information about the Kildroid skin, which Alex is unsure whether to make for Nosferatu or 1X. We did find out that these skins are currently on hold, but the Mechwit skin does seem to be coming as part of this Part 3 collab. We even got a brand new concept of Harken as Sixer by Dub. With this concept, we have a brand new intro and idle animation where Harken swings left and right, then the most aura-filled slowed down plus reverb walk you'll ever see. Harken starts tweaking when running, followed by the M1, with Eviscerate using her spear, and the kill animation. There's also a special kill animation with Taunt, then Infernal Cry, plus both the miss and hit versions of Demonic Pursuit, where Harken is actually doing too much. We got Blood Rush turning her into a ball while floating, and Blood Hunt finally showing her true form, along with the stunned animation and the arrow. So hopefully we can see this collab come to the game with Chapter 3, especially with so many great concepts already made. So with the success of the John Doe Aberrant skin, we're starting to get more information on another Aberrant skin that will be for Cool Kid. Alexis Funny posted an image of an updated version of the original Forsaken piece called Damnation, with Cool Kid updated and some text that seems to reference John Doe's Aberrant skin being added instead of his. In a brighter version of the image, you can see a figure in the background that kind of looks like Rush from Doors. A lot of people are excited to hopefully see this skin come to the game, but as of right now, it isn't really confirmed. Still, it's cool to see the old Damnation reference come back with an updated look. Should we get more Aberrant skins? So we now have another amazing concept skin for the newest character, Nosferatu, made by Abolaz once again. He's actually cooking with these concepts. This skin is based on Kildroid from Die of Death, with all of the animations fully remade and retextured so they aren't the same as the ones from Dodd. We have the idle animation, with Nosferatu's cape adjusted to fit properly and the arm posture note matching Nosferatu's normal idle stance. Then there are the walk and run animations, where Kildroid is still floating using his jetpack. The lacerate animation literally looks like bro just turning around to punch the survivor. We also get a custom blood hook that throws and catches survivors using what looks like one of his rockets, with the rocket exploding on impact. There's a full Cataclysm animation, Hunter's Feast firing a rocket instead of using the Scream, and Ascension actually turning him into a killbot, complete with an idle, fly animation, and an insane landing that straight up self-destructs in the survivor's face. Then there's the stunned animation and, finally, the full kill animation, which ends with the survivor taking a rocket to the face. Honestly, this concept would work insanely well for Nosferatu after seeing it. So one killer that everyone seems to have completely forgotten about is Star Glitcher, a killer that Coconut actually showed off around 8 months ago. What's funny is that people recently saw Coconut repost the concept and immediately assumed it was a brand new leak, even though this has been public information for a long time now. It's just one of those things the Forsaken community moved on from. So when it resurfaced, everyone acted like they were seeing it for the first time. Now, when it comes to Star Glitcher's design, we actually have multiple concept versions to look at. The earliest one is the purple model, basically a character replacement that fit Forsaken style at the time. That one wasn't the final direction, but it hinted at where the developers wanted to take it at the time. Then back in June, Coconut shared another concept skin, which had a completely different feel. This version was more of crystal design, with sharp angles, a glowing halo floating above its head, and a body that honestly looks like they put a diamond camo onto a Robloxian. There's also another concept for a skin I think that was based on Prettyverse, but as Star Glitcher. And this is where things get interesting, because Star Glitcher actually replaced an older planned killer named Rook. Coconut even gave Star Glitcher a full idle animation using Rook's original model, which shows that development on this killer went further than people realized. But even with all of this, the final official design for Star Glitcher still hasn't been revealed. Every version we've seen so far is either a concept, an early model, or potential skin ideas that might come to the game later on. What we do know is that Star Glitcher is heavily inspired by an old Roblox script, which makes sense for it to be added to Forsaken. Could we finally see Star Glitcher appear in Forsaken sometime soon? So, with the new Dignity redesign that we got, and because this skin has taken a very long time to release, we are actually getting 3 variants of the skin. However, we also have a scrapped version of what one of the variants would have looked like. This one was based on an extremely old Dignity avatar, with the shirt being the main focus of the design, along with vines and roses wrapped around him. That was basically it for that variant. There were still a lot of people who wanted to see this variant release, with many actually liking the design, so seeing it not come to the game is a bit of a bummer. Some people were saying it looks nothing like Dignity because it was based on an old avatar that not many people know about, and others pointed out that the colors of the t-shirt didn't really match the original. But then again, that's basically why it got scrapped in the first place, so those complaints were already addressed. We should be seeing the other variants of this skin soon, though, as Coconut has been texturing Dignity even with their PC shutting down. From that, we can infer that Dignity is going to have some insane effects and texturing, similar to the old one, but way better. Are you excited to see the new variants of Dignity? So the Chapter 3 update is only just getting started, and it's already shaping up to be huge. What would you like to see added in this update? Subscribe and hit the bell for more Forsakening It.